Hello and welcome Cancer signs to your higher timeline video. Keep in mind these are collective and general, so receive what aligns, release anything that doesn't align with you. Remember, you're a conscious creator and you shift and change your timeline with your free will choice. There will be an extended available, and that will be linked below in my Patreon extended videos only membership. So let's get into it, Cancer signs. So who are you on your highest timeline? Well, we have the High Priestess. So you have space and time to meditate, to connect with your soul self, to connect with your spiritual gifts and abilities. You not only have like the time, you have the peace, you have the quiet, you have the space. Okay, that's what's coming through with the High Priestess energy and the Queen of Wands. So you have the space and time for the practices that are most important for you, that light you up, that energize you and inspire you here. Okay, there are, maybe some spiritual experiences you've been wanting to explore or you wanted to revisit here with that Queen of Wands energy. But there's this sense of you having the energy to do what you love. Okay, so if that's something that's been lacking, maybe things have been a bit lackluster, a bit boring, this is something that you're desiring, is experiences and having that that energy to do what you love to do here with that Queen of Wands energy. It's connecting in with your magic, your magnetism, your passion, your joy. Okay, we also have the Two of Swords and the Three of Wands, and this one kind of made me giggle a little bit because the Two of Swords is when, we can't quite see things clearly. We have to go in, to decide. And I think that you've maybe been at a crossroads for a while about something, and you finally were like, universe, source, whatever it is that you believe in, you were like, bring it to me. Just bring me the right path. Bring me the right answer here. That's what you've been asking. In the Three of Wands, you're just kind of trusting that that will show up here for you. Okay. Then we have the Judgment and the Page of Cups. So there is something that's returning, something that is kind of being reborn. And I feel like it's your energy, right? Like you're maybe seeing certain things with fresh eyes here, or you're being viewed with fresh eyes, for those of you that are in a partnership. But with the Page of Cups energy, it feels like there's some sort of miracle that's happening in your experience, okay? With that Judgment energy too, it's like you're finally making a decision about something that's really important for you to make a decision about, okay? There might even be some sort of an apology that comes forward that you did not expect. But there's a lot more levity and flow in your experience on this higher timeline. There's also this sense of excitement. We have the nightclub energy, okay? We have dance floors, neon lights. So you're ready for some entertainment. You're ready for some excitement. Some of you want to go out dancing or just be around music or just be around that energy, that vibe, right? You also have the forest cabin, secluded retreat, cozy fireplace, remote getaway. You have that sort of energy too, where, with that cozy cabin energy in the forest, it's like you have that sense of desiring a space like that where you can connect, almost like a spiritual retreat, it feels like, okay, or a vacation home or something like that. That's on your higher timeline here. We also have the birthplace of dreams, pursuit of goals, belief in possibilities, and there's a sparkler there, okay? So that kind of reminds me of the energy of July. So it could be that around July, maybe there is kind of a rebirth of a dream for you that you've wanted to reignite, you wanted to spark, okay? That could be something else here, but it feels like your energy shifting and changing in a way that is inspiring. You're feeling more rejuvenated. You're feeling more like higher frequency energy, but it feels like there was something that you released that was dense and heavy, and now you're feeling more levity here. Okay, you have more time to do what you love to do. We also have success in transformation. Okay, so, and I heard when I saw that, like, success looks different at, different stages of the journey. Okay, so some of you could have been healing something, it was a bit of a process. That's what it feels like. Cancer signs, it feels like you've been moving through a bit of a process here. And to acknowledge the success and the transformation that is happening, right? You look at the different stages of, that object there before it comes into full balance. So that's something that's important for you to acknowledge rather than being discouraged by things not, happening as quickly as you desire them to, because we also have the sacred flow of yes. Okay, so you're saying yes more. You're saying yes to life. You're saying yes to things that light you up, things that inspire you, things that remind you that you are magic. You're saying yes to your flow, okay? Your own creative, energetic flow, your own rhythm, okay? There's prosperity within this message. There is a sense of peace and balance, but also, again, like that happiness or joy. So it's saying yes to that which brings you joy far more than you have before. You also have the Three of Cups energy coming through. So spending time with either guides or like your best friends, or connecting with those energies that are meant to be on your timeline with you, right? Maybe for some of you, it's like a reconnection with your best friends with that Three of Cups. It's like a reunion energy. And I pulled this card too because it just wanted to show up for you. We have peaceful, calm, serene, and centered. That is you on your higher timeline, right? That is you taking the space and time for peace, right? For this peaceful harmony experience. Some of you, it's a holiday, right? It's a holiday, or perhaps it's being by the ocean, being by the water, just, being able to just exist and be. So there's kind of this balance that you require and that you desire on this higher timeline, where yes, you want kind of the fun and the excitement, the entertainment, and being maybe around crowds, every once in a while. But then you also really, enjoy spending time in nature and just being in your own space, right? And you enjoy spending time by the water and just being in this peaceful energy. Okay. Then when we get into the Wild Woman Rising energy, we have tell your story. So some of you might be writing a book, or you might be creating something here, but you've lived, I'm hearing, a lot of lives. You've lived a lot of lives, whether you're tapped in with your past lives or you just have had a very fulfilling, very full experience, and you have a lot of value and wisdom to share. And she's holding that tarantula there, right? So there's this sense of you, navigating through the darkness, navigating through, the shadow, navigating through certain experiences that maybe others didn't have the courage to. And now you have this value to bring forward, right? Now you have these tools, you have this courage, you have this perspective, you have this embodied energy, right? You have a lot to share. Okay, with that tell your story energy. So let's go ahead and read that. Grandmother Spider is known as the creator of the alphabet because she weaves messages within her silken web. She's sometimes credited as the original source of storytelling. Use her energy to tell your story. Not only will you free the truth from your throat, liberating your life in the process, you will also encourage others to do the same. When we share our stories, we pass along the heart-swelling knowledge, I am not alone, and Wild Woman rises. Wow. So you have been through it, Cancer signs. There's something that you've definitely moved through that has transformed you. You've alchemized it. That's been somewhat of this like peaceful energy, right? Or spending time in like peaceful spaces within your own energy in order to alchemize this energy and kind of commune with yourself and your soul for what you have to express, what you desire to express, or what you desire to create here with this tell your story, right? There's definitely this freeing energy with the Judgment card that's coming through. And there's a decision that you're making on this higher timeline. Okay. We have another one that came through for you for the Wild Woman Rising. We have Fight Like a Girl, number 13. So I'm going to read that one as well before we go to the extended. When it's time to take a stand, fight like a girl, a woman's heart in full bloom, willing to withstand the bite of thorns in order to free herself or another, is a force of nature. Whether your fight is for the inner advocacy to clear the path of old patterns, beliefs, or relationships that no longer serve you, or outer advocacy for a cause you believe in, there's no power on earth like a loving heart willing to stand up and stand out. When we come to the fight with a vision for the highest good of all, rather than an us versus them, we liberate our inner she-hero, and Wild Woman rises. So it's time to be your Shiro, right? To unlock your Shiro is what it sounds like. So you could resonate with the first message or the second one. Okay, Cancer signs, but you're definitely on the verge of creating something. And I feel like, yes, it is for you, but it's also, you know, it's your Shiro journey, right? And with that Three of Cups, it benefits a community, right? So it is a balance of kind of living a human experience and having those, you know, fun times that you desire to have, while balancing out the spiritual and honoring your energy and your self-care, while also creating something that is fulfilling for you to create, but also because it's part of your expression, right? But it also is something that benefits others as well and inspires them. Okay? So that is what I have for you, Cancer signs. I'm going to take this to the extended. We'll look into your love energy on the higher timeline and clarify some of these energies. I feel like many of you are healing because I feel really drained in this video. So make sure you're resting, recharging, and taking the best care of yourself. If you're leaving me here, I hope this brought you value. If you're continuing on, you know, and then I will see you in the extended. Take the best care of yourself, and I will see you soon.